Good afternoon, this is Bam and this is Crystal. Our special guest with us today is
Carol Brown with the Juvenile Services Department Violence Intervention Program. And I'm also a supervisor in our prevention program. I'm in the Miami Gardens office right now.
What obstacles did you face while pursuing this job or career?
Well, actually, there weren't that many obstacles that I really had to, that I faced. Basically, when I got out of school, I knew what I wanted to do. And I knew I wanted to work with kids. I knew at age 11, when I was babysitting kids, that I knew then that would be a career that I was going to go get into. When I finished school, I went directly into a job working with kids, and I've been doing it ever since. The only obstacle for me may have been possibly having to do it by myself, because when I moved here, my parents were not here. They were back in Maryland, so I literally came from college from Virginia, came back here, stayed with friends, and had to pursue it on my own. Maybe that I had to take care of myself. When I was out of college, I came here, I was 21, 22. I had to hit it. I stayed with some friends, and I had to go from there. So I had to just do what I had to do to survive, to take care of me.
Are there any positive or negative aspects of this position?
Right now, well, I'm a social worker by, I guess that's what my degree is in. But like I said, I'm a supervisor from the Juvenile Service Department. I work with all of the arrested population. My job is to go out and get in to talk to kids. I talk to kids, youth. I talk to parents about making right decisions. That's why I have on real choices, because I try to encourage the children as best they can to make the best choices. Now, in reference to, my career, positives and negative, I love it because it's what I want to do, and I would encourage all of you in anything that you do. You gotta like what you're doing, because if not, then it's gonna be a problem. Some of the negatives maybe is when you see what I see and see what you all see on a daily basis. When I see kids that are not listening, when I see kids that are getting killed, when I see kids that are murdering each other, when I see kids that don't take advantage of education, to me, that's a negative for me, because it's like, are we doing enough as adults? Are we doing enough as professionals? Is the community doing enough? What more can I do? So those are the things that bother me. When I turn on the TV every day and I see what's happening in my community, I live in Miami Gardens, I'm not happy. When I see what's going on in the world, so some of the negatives for me is, what can we be doing as a community to do better?
If you could change anything about your job, what would it be?
I like the pay. If I could change anything about my job, I think I'd probably just need more of me. Or more people that could work with me. Because I do have a staff, but when you're doing outreach like this, sometimes because of money and things and budget cuts and things like that, that you don't have enough people to go out and do things that need to get done. But honestly, I'm in a department that I love. I love my job. I love my director. I love my boss. I can't remember actually being in a place, of all the jobs that I've had. I've been with the county for 28 years. I've never really been in a job that I didn't like. Because if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have been there. Sometimes people change. I've had supervisors that I wasn't too happy with, but see, I have to say, when I petition God, He changes things. So if I was in a position, I didn't stay that long. Because you just gotta be focused. But I've just been fortunate. But I've seen people who've kind of had to deal with it. I've just never had to. I've had some situations where people weren't happy with me as a supervisor, and I've had to deal with that. That's one thing. If I could say, okay, it would be having to deal with sometimes people who just don't want to do what they're supposed to do sometimes, or sometimes you're how can I say, you don't click. But when my boss tell me to do something, I do it. whether I like it or not, guess what? I'm older than all my bosses. I'm older than all. I'm 53. I'm older than my director. I'm older than all of them. But guess what? I have to do whatever they tell me to do, and I do it gracefully because I need my patient to come every other day. But I do it because I know it's the right thing to do.
Oh, you ain't got your paper. You got your paperwork already ready? I called you while you answered that phone.
What's the process of you taking care of the kids?
Okay, intake and assessment. Well, basically, let me just say at the JAC. How many of y'all familiar with the JAC? Good, I'm glad. I'm glad that you're not. The Juvenile Assessment Center actually that's where all the kids get processed. It's like a mini jail. And what they do when kids get arrested and you see them on TV, they come down, they're handcuffed. When they come in the door, they're fingerprinted, their mugshot is taken. Any belongings that they have is removed. If they don't have on the correct clothing, they'll put a jumpsuit on. They are processed and then they have to sit down. At that point, then the questions will be asked in reference to what their charges are, if they've been there before, how many times have they been there, and then they go from there. Then from there they see a counselor, and the counselor will then determine whether they're going to go home, whether they're going to go to the bridge if the parents, to a shelter if the parents don't come pick them up, or whether they're going over to the detention center, or if they're going straight to court. We now have a court where it's open 24 hours. There are some kids that when they come, the ones you see on TV that just kill somebody, or they come in quickly and they go to TGK, and they're over there with the big people. So, and then the ones that fit our diversion program, which is those who have first-time offenders, or if they have the crime is not that bad, let's say trespassing, possession of drugs, things like that, then that's our diversion kids. The ones I get civil citation, most of them go home. And then they come, then they're assigned to a worker, a supervisor and a worker, depending on what area they have. I have Miami Gardens, so I get all the Miami Gardens kids. The kids that are in our JDAP program, these are kids that have committed felonies, and that the police officer and the victim has said, you know what, yes, they can go into the diversion program because to get help. So I do those, and we do JAG. So I've got actually 4. I've got the prevention program, civil citation program that we work with, our JDAP program, and our JAS. All 4 of those. And each category, their kids are placed depending on their charge. And what we do is basically when they come in, most of the kids, they see my workers, and if I'm in the office, I'm going to stop and talk to the kids. I'm going to actually come out my office, and I'm going to talk to the kids. I'm going to talk to them and let them know why, they know why they're there, but I just kind of give them that little motherly advice. I take my supervisor head off, because sometimes the parents are there, and so I get a chance to say to them what I know the parents have already said, but sometimes just confirm some things. We just got to do right. You got to listen to your parents, you got to comply, you got to do the program. I'm interested in what they have to say. I'm interested in what they're doing, and I try to encourage them. I speak positive things into their lives. A lot of supervisors don't do that, but I do, because sometimes, you all don't see what we see. When I say speak positive, like I see, you're a handsome young man, you're a smart young lady, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're talented. You have a reason for being here. You need to get to your destination. See, kids don't hear that a lot, especially from supervisors. So that's what I do. If I'm in the office, I'm going to talk to you. And it doesn't matter what color you are. I speak to all the kids that come in if I'm in. Most supervisors will sit in the office and keep their door closed. I have an open door policy. Parents can come in and call me anytime, and kids can do the same. Because it's my job as a supervisor to make sure that my staff are doing what they're supposed to do. But also, when you go back into the community, I need to know that they're doing the right thing.
Does anybody have any questions? Else have any questions?
Judge Prescott is one of our judges. When I tell you he's one of the best, we love him. And we love him because, again, he has a heart for the kids. He sees, he knows, he understands. And a lot of times, like my boss will call and give a special case and say, even if it's a young child, we have a kid that's coming into court, we need some help, can you help? Judge Prescott will help anybody, but you got to be willing to do what you have to do, because once he gives you that chance and you mess up, then you have problems. But we do work closely with him. He's one of the best juvenile judges. y'all got some questions.
How do you guys punish the kids?
Well, you know what, we don't I wouldn't say punish, but we give them sanctions. And the sanctions are according to the charge. For example, if they come in for shoplifting, most kids come in for shoplifting and smoking. If they come in for smoking, then they're going to have to go to a program, substance abuse outpatient program like Here's Help. They're there for 3 to 6 months according to the length of the program. And as long as they stop smoking, do what they got to do, they're fine. Most of them do a program and community service hours to give back to the community, and they have to attend school, and they got to listen to the parents. So those are like the sanctions that they have to do. If you don't do them, then you go to court. For those kids that come in the civil citation program, it's just like that. It's like the cop stopped me and said, you know, Ms. Brown, you speed, I'm gonna give you a second chance, don't do it again, and then I'll get a ticket. That's how the civil citation is. So you do what you got to do. You're not in the system, you're not in any system. That's a good thing. And most of our children that come through the JAC, majority of them are, they get a chance to do civil citation. Now the law just changed where the kids are getting second and third chances to be in the civil citation program. That means you messed up once, okay, messed up twice, and if the officer decides he may let you do it again. That is because we have a lot of kids who are 16, 15, 16, 17 with records for trespassing, for shoplifting. But guess what? After that second go around, okay, man, enough is enough. Now tell them, okay, you've been there twice, come back no more. So they're given every opportunity, but they have to do what we ask them to do, what they're sanctioned to do. It is basically based on their charge. Now, if someone got attitudes, then we send them to anger management. Because I'm going to tell you now, majority of the kids coming through there are 12 to 16. When I tell you got some anger issues, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real, mom. Let me tell y'all something. Kids crazy, and not in that sense. I'm just saying because you're not. If I'm telling you, I like to go around. If I'm telling you, Kristen, there is. If you go around that corner, there's a big old hole and you're gonna fall. I'm telling you that because I know. And Kristen, not listening. She go around that corner. What she do? She fall in the hole. But I done told her. See, that's what we're dealing with today. We telling children, if you continue to do this, this is what's going to happen. And guess what? They still go. And they fall into the hole, and then guess what? They're trying to get out. Now, we going to help you out once. We may even help you out again. At that third time, some kids just got to learn the hard way. And I hate to say that, but that's what happens. We're not listening. So, as best I can, I try to give them the facts, but y'all see it on TV. It's like, and everybody, I have to keep it real. They're saying Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. And I'm up in arms about certain things, but guess what? I'm up in arms every day when I open my door and I turn on the TV and we got children killing children in our community. Everybody should be up in arms about that every day. That's happening every day. Now, one thing about it, and I have to keep it real, we know when the police has killed somebody and we see and it's wrong, we got them. We know who they are. We have their names. Everybody know them. But what about the ones that's killing our kids in the community, each other? Everybody know, but ain't nobody saying that. We don't have them behind bars, but we know that who the police are. Something wrong with that picture. So we're gonna be up in arms. That's being up in arms across the board about everything, not just one thing. We should be rallying every day. Every day. Turn the news on. 15 to 16. And guess what? We'll fuss about it for a minute, and then you'll hear about it no more. And then everybody gets on TV. I got cousins, I got nephews. They've been locked up. I done talked to them. I don't know. I don't. But my son's know when he got arrested, guess what? You okay? Right in mommy, God, you okay? Okay, good. Guess what? Because you're gonna stay in jail. That's where you're gonna stay at. We ain't gonna get him. His mom went and got him. Right? You know why? Because there's a price to pay. You drive with no license and 2 or 3 times they done told you. So guess what? Now you're gonna get locked up. And we left him right there. Right and wrong was wrong. Running from the police in Miami Gardens. He lost your mind. He stayed right there. 17 charges. But because of me and his dad, they dropped the charges and then they didn't show up. They dropped to the 3. So he had grace then. But I ain't gonna get him. I left him right there. He was okay. I wanted to make sure he was okay. And we left him. So my thing is that it doesn't matter who you are, you know, or what's happening. We got to be accountable for what we do. This is my job. This is what I do. And I'm going to encourage you all to do anything. First of all, can I continue? Just can I tell?
Yeah.
Okay. Just do, since it's, you know, you're talking about careers and what you want to do. Be the best at what you can be. Let me just go there. And sometimes I share some personal things, but my situation has been just that my mom didn't raise me. My daddy raised me, and when he raised me to be the best I could be. I get teary sometimes because I see kids who've been in the same situation and they won't do it. They won't do right. My mom didn't want me. Guess what? It's okay. I wanted me. This is what I want to hear. I want y'all to understand. Life is going to throw you curves. And when it do, you got to stand. My daughter was 6 years old, diagnosed with cancer at 6. She's still standing. 23 children died. I've been in some situations where I could have got killed. I'm telling y'all, I don't look like what I've been through. But I'm still standing. You know why I'm standing? Because I made up in my mind that I'm going to be and do what I have to do. See, if I hadn't told you, you would have never known. Everybody goes through stuff, but guess what? Mom ain't there, dad ain't there, you're here. You got Nancy, you got these young men, you got people who care about you. Stop letting your friends take you from where you're supposed to be. Determination. You are determined. You got to get somewhere. And folks will try to stop you. I'm telling you, your friends, sometimes it's our family members, they'll stop you. They'll tell you you're not nothing. You won't be nothing. My mother thought it was the ugliest thing in the world to her, but guess what? I'm still here. It didn't matter what she said. Because somebody spoke positive in my ear, and I believed in me. Y'all got to believe in yourselves. You got to stop letting people give you F's in school. Stop it. I'm moving on, you all good soon. Don't allow them to fail you. You're not a failure. Stop thinking that because you didn't, pass the FCAT or the EEOC, whatever that test is, that you're a failure. No, it's just a test. And that's why I encourage all the kids. It's just a test. It does not determine who or what you are. And when you take a test and you fail it, just take it again. It's just a test. When you get your paperwork and you get your diploma, when you get your job, my boss could find me right now, guess what? I'm going to get another job. You know why? Because I have a certificate, I got a degree, and I got me. And I can just build myself back up and go get me another job. Simple, easy, because it belongs to me. They can't take that from me. And I want you all to understand in your careers that you chose. I hear people all the time, oh, the environment. I don't know about the environment. I don't. I understand it plays a part, but guess what? We got to rise above and stop using it as an excuse. You got to do what you have to do in this life, in this situation. I'm telling y'all, because at this age where you all are at, you're going to have to. See, they're not pushing it like they used to. With us, we had no choice. We knew. I had no choice. My dad said, you're going to school, you're going to do something. And that's just what I had to do. Now it's like, because we want better for our kids, or we don't want our children to maybe go some of the things that we went through. So we give y'all everything. We do. I do. My daughter was saying, but she earned it. Y'all know, she earned it. I don't get nothing. No, she earns it. I mean, that's what she got to do in school or else. Bottom line, I got 4. They 36, 28, 21, 7, 16. And they all came in the same neighborhood. And they do better. Because we talk about it. My kids are not afraid of me, but they respect me. That's the difference. When I got parents coming all of a sudden, they're afraid of their kids, I'm wrong somewhere. But we're going to fix it. But when they come in my office, guess what? They have to respect. So we got a lot of work to do. And it's my job. I said every year I got 2 more years and I'll be done. But I know if I retire, I'm not going to, but if I do, I'll be doing something with the kids. Because we can't give up. It's just too many of my children that don't get it yet. But for those who have the opportunity to get it, don't be afraid to ask people for help. You're in a good place right now. A very good place. You're working. You've got wonderful people in your life. You're breathing. You're here. You're alive. I tell the kids all the time, stop complaining. Any day above ground is a good day. Every day I walk, when I go to my job, I enjoy going. Do I get tired? Of course, but I enjoy going because at the end of the day, I know I've said something to somebody's child, hopefully, that'll make a difference, and that's just what I do. That's when my boss took me from behind. I was downtown for years. But now you guess what? You all just met Miss Brown. Miss Brown is now a part of the village. They're a part of your village already. She's a part of your village already. Any adult, any that you work with that. So guess what? Now you got a new person that just joined the village. That means that it's our job to tell you, correct you, to tell you what's wrong, tell you what's right. Men, boys, just me talking. Put your hands up. Pull them up. I tell them pull them up. When you come to my door, pull them up. I don't want to see them. Now, however it may be, just pull them up. Because when you go get a job interview, you're going to have your pants pulled up. You're going to be belt on the whole 9 yards. So we might as well just get, try to do it now. I tell my girls and boys, when y'all get ready to do things and see this chair right here, stand up in it. Because sometimes that's how high people got to go to get to where you're at. Meaning that on the same level. Donald Trump got a lot of money. He said he must be a millionaire. I don't hang with Donald Trump. I'm not in his circle. I stay in my lane. And that's what the people are doing the same thing. I'm trying to go to work every day, trying to do the right thing, trying to raise their family, trying to help kids. That's my circle, those people I hang with. Anybody else doing anything else, guess what? I can't hang with them. And then that's when you have problems. I stay in my lane. Young ladies, pump your brakes. Do what you got to do. Make these young men respect you. Young men, make the young ladies respect you. You don't have to stoop down to people level. I'm just saying, I got 2 girls and 2 boys. They already know. I got gray hairs, trust me. Sometimes we just gotta let y'all grow up. Yeah, we do, but guess what? Parents gonna do their job. I want y'all to understand. If you think your parents too strict, raise your hand. How many of y'all think your parents too strict? Be honest. Okay. How many of y'all give your parents a reason to be strict? Okay, here we go. All right, how many of y'all talk to your parents on a daily basis, every day? How many of y'all tell your parents to love them every day? Okay, all right. Or whoever it is, don't be your guardian, somebody. Very good. Be good, okay. And if not, then there's some things that we got to work on. My kids get tired of me telling them I love them, I call them, I do, I have to. That's my job. Because if I know somebody else, well, it might be somebody else who may not be as positive as I am. So guess what? We make sure we tell them. Yeah, Mom, we love you. Yeah, I'm going to give you everything you need because I don't want you to get outside that door for somebody negative. And that's just simple. And that's what's happening to our young ladies. I'm seeing it. We see it every day. That's why I want you all to stay focused on what you want to do. Stay focused on your career. Figure out what it is. If you don't know, you got time. But stop letting other people determine who you're going to be. Because everybody understand. I'm not quite sure how much time I have, Nancy, but and I get emotional, young people, because I care about you. And I know where I came from. And if we don't get that way about the kids we working with, then we got some workers now. They just, they can do their job. But for me, it's more than a job. It's somebody's life. Anybody have any questions?
What do they do with kids who get tried as adults?
Oh, they go to adult court. And then sometimes it depends on what the charge is. They're adjudicated more as an adult, meaning they're going to get charged like an adult would, depending on the crime. Sometimes if they're 17, they'll be 18 soon, they'll hold them until. But yeah, and that's what's happening now. A lot of laws are changing because a lot of the kids are doing just that. When they come down there, y'all will be surprised. Just no kind of remorse. That's the scary part, when there is no remorse. When you're just taking a life and it's like it don't matter. That's what's going on right now. I don't understand it, but it's not for me to understand. The best thing I can do is do what I'm doing now. Try to help as many kids as I can. I'm just talking. I'm just giving y'all advice. I'm just sharing some things with you. But I just want you to understand what's really going on, because half y'all probably don't watch TV. But if you do, every day is something going on in our community. And lives are being taken. And sometimes it's the good with the bad. That's why I said be in the right place. Sometimes you're in the right place. But sometimes when I say don't go out that door, don't go out that door. Mama say don't go to that party, don't go to that party. I be liking to check things out. I do like I got one in on me. But she tell you what she paid for it, huh? She got one in on me real good. She got it on me, but it's that. She paid for it. And not in a bad way. I talked to her about it, but you can't just thank God nothing happened. You need to be where you're supposed to be. And those kids that are, that are killing, I mean, yeah, sweetie, they don't realize that you ain't coming back out. You 15, 16, 17, you're not coming out. And they think that, no, ain't no coming out because you're a teenager. And let me tell you something, when you get arrested, arrest is just that. When you're in the system, when they put your name in the Florida system, guess what, you're there. And the rest does not go away. You say, oh, I was young and dumb. Don't make a difference if you're in the system. And when you get ready, the light come on and you get ready to be a police officer, an attorney, everybody doing background checks now, whatever it is, and they say, oh, you were arrested as a juvenile. Yeah, but I was 14, it don't matter. It's in the system. Civil citation right now is not in the system. You have one in your lifetime to expunge, only one. I tell the kids all the time, just one. So my thing is don't get in trouble. I still got my one, and I don't plan on using it at all. But you do have one. But things happen. You're trying to go to the service, they come to us. Any kids are trying to go to any type of service, Navy, Army, all that, they come to us and check it out. And if you have something in there, then you have to explain. And it better be successful, completed. If not, you have some problems. They're changing the laws, they're changing things, the way they do things. So for those of you all, since you all are working, that's good, I'm happy for you. Please give it the right people. Listen to your parents. Everybody don't have to go to college to do something. The girls that do, the young lady do my hair, when I tell you that lady makes some good money doing hair. I mean, she made good money, but guess what? That's her career. That's what she does. I wish I could do some hair. I sure not be making me some extra money, but that is her career. Now, there's a difference between job and career, and I'll explain that. When I was working, when I was in college, and I was working part-time, I was working at different places, that was my job. The cafeteria was my job. Working at McDonald's was my job because I was just working there. My career is what I do now, working with kids. It's the difference. Now, if I want to become a manager of McDonald's and all those different places, then that would have been my career. But I know I want to work with kids. So that is the difference between your job and your career. Your career is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. Your job sometimes is what you're going to do to get you there. And sometimes jobs become your career. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to be the smartest person or just be the best. If you're a painter, paint the best. If you're a musician, sing. Get paid. Everybody understand? What are the grades here? What grade are we in? Who's in the 9th grade? 10th grade? Middle school? What grade? If you don't look your mouth. What grade? 9. What grade? 12. Senior. Good. That means you got a plan, right? Good. What grade? 12. What grade? 12. Oh, these seniors. All right. What grade? 10. All right, baby. What's sophomore? You almost there yet. 11. Juniors. Okay. 11. Another junior. 11 juniors. What's that? What was that, darling? 10? Okay, you don't feel good today. Okay. 11. 12. Seniors and 11. I already got a lot of juniors. Good. So guess what? Now it's time. I mean, everybody in high school. So that's good. It's time. Because I'm going to tell you what, 12th grade coming up, baby, y'all got 1 year to get together. Because boy, after that is you get. Some parents we kind of baby y'all a little bit, but you gotta hit it. And that's a scary thing. So you got a year to plan for it. Those y'all 9th, y'all got about 4. Don't play with it though. Get it done. Get everything done. Know what you want to do. If you don't, when you get to college, you can still have an idea. Or if you don't want to go to college, you whatever career, whatever it is that you want to do, just do something, young people, and stop letting people kill your dreams. Don't let them do it. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Believe in yourself. See, when they say Black Lives Matter, yeah, I know mine do. And nobody have to tell me that makes it for me to know that. It matters, because I matter. You matter. No matter what color it is. Everybody understand. You got to have a plan. I'm looking at you because you know me. I swear it's going to be me and you. All right, but everybody, and everybody, young ladies, I got a special, I don't know, I say gift, I think, when it comes to my young ladies, because I really, I'm concerned about the young ladies. And I think young ladies, and like I said, I got two. But I want y'all to rise above everything and do what you have to do to move on. and then you encourage the young people, because y'all got boyfriends and all that. I just know you do. Encourage them. Our men need to hear that. Encourage them. I have young men that come into my office and they're just like they've given up. No, encourage them. If that's your friend, encourage them. Encourage them to go to school. They listen to y'all. Because y'all pretty. You smile at them. You're there to probably do anything that you want them to do. Because they like you. So guess what? Encourage them to get education, go to school, finish. At least do that. Encourage them to be nice. Encourage them to go home. Encourage them to come in at a certain time. If they're doing something out of business, encourage them to do the right thing. Because it just may save their life. Everybody understand? Any other questions? Don't be afraid. You got one?
Oh no.
So juvenile, do you have like your own cell or is like all open?
No. Well, the jack is a processing center. See, we process you and then we send you on. Now, when you get to the detention center, even when you're at the jail, when you're at the jail, from what I understand, it depends, but most of them have their own little cubicle. Because they can't, you may share maybe, but at the detention center, I think they only have like one person on it. But, it may be one or two, but at the most, that's it. I would want to be locked up. Ain't nobody cubicle but mine. In my own home. It's not fun being locked up because guess what? All your privileges are taken away. They tell you when to wake up, when to go to sleep, when to eat, everything. I'm telling y'all, stay out of cars, stay out of cars. Stay out of cars that don't belong to you. If you know Johnny is 16 and he don't own a car, and it's not his mama's car, don't get in it. Because everybody who get in it, something happened, they come to get you. They don't care if you just got in there. We see it every day. Parent came in the office today with the same situation. I said, ma'am, he shouldn't have got in there. And I'm just saying, you will have to teach our children. No, just don't go. That's all. Their kids, but my son is innocent. He may have them against, but he ain't trouble because he got to go in front of a judge. They come and let you keep. So some of y'all parents are strict. We have to be strict. We better be strict. We have to be. Because y'all don't see what we see. I'm going to tell you, you don't. It's some stuff going on out there, y'all, and y'all have no idea. So we're trying to protect you. See where y'all at right now? That's a good place to be right now. Because a lot of kids don't have that. They don't have the opportunity you all have. And we just need to be a little thankful. Any other questions? Y'all a good group. I know you just had lunch, so you're probably a little tired, but I don't want to bore you, but I just want to, again, I always tell the kids, I don't do scared straight, I just educate. I'm giving you everything that you need. Don't get in trouble. Do the right thing, go to school. Just what your parents tell you, all that and some. Young ladies pick the right one. I know, because y'all, I know, the parents don't like who you like, we don't. I ain't gonna like when they ain't right. I don't care what they say. I was my son's 8th grade prom day. Went to the prom and took a picture there. They ran and didn't tell you. Because the little girl thought that she was gonna hem him up. Oh, he coming with hickeys on his neck. Tell me, oh, that's basketball. I said basketball. So there ain't no basketball you that hard. Okay, I just look like this. Honey, I went to the prom with my son. I was a chaperone, but I was his date. We took a picture and all. He'll always remember. And I told the little girl, don't you walk down my street, don't you look at me, don't you even come down my street. Now I'm on that street. But guess what? I went to my mom's house. I told Mama acted like she won't believe me. So guess what? When Mama found out what they was trying to do, then she had maybe too late. Then I had to take my son literally, and we had to, just kind of have hang around to other people. But the girl didn't go to the prom. I said, no, that's crazy. She didn't go to 8th grade prom because she knew I was gonna be there. That's right. When I say enemies necessary, Mom, yes, that's just what I do. Because guess what? He don't own no house. He don't own no cars. Whatever she thought she was gonna get, she wasn't gonna get it. So guess what? But that's the mindset. He finished school. He sure did. Then he had to do. I was his kid too. I was a pretty prom date. Shirley was his mom. Isn't that crazy? But he'll remember. Whatever it takes. He ain't cry. See my son, my Brandon, that's the same one child Brandon of met. But he didn't cry. I went as a chaperone. But see, guess what? The school knew me too. See, one thing about the schools now, I'm not married, but I told her to go to marriage. I'm okay, but I do know some of the people in America, some of the counselors and stuff. I make it my business to get involved. I make it my business for them to know me. I do, because I want them. So when I go through the school, I just come for good. I come for all other reasons. All right, that way. I I'm a little bit lenient than my daddy. But yeah, you know, because I want to tell me. I take her to the movie. I know a little friend be there. I pick her up. You know, and when we're going from there, she's 16, she's 17, 16, so she's gonna pop her brakes. And then I have to check them out. I got a vet. You know, I have to make sure but they, you know what, they've been pretty cool so far. You know, the ones I like, she came to the girl before, you know, my baby just funny, but it's okay. But yeah, depending on, you know, she's not going out and dating a car with him yet, no, by herself, no, because I don't trust these teenage drivers, no. So not right now, but I am, you know, she's allowed to do some things. Yeah, because I don't want her to sneak it, so that's the thing. We'll sneak, and I want to sneak, so just, you know. Because I already know when you're going to get, if you die to go to the movie, you really got to go to the movie. I mean, I said, who going to be? Oh, Tiffany? No, Tiffany and who else? But anyway, yeah. But open, you know, because I want her to tell me. I want her to be able to talk to me about stuff. You know, she said, Mama, you know, yeah, sure, yeah, that's my job. I'm telling you, we have to be. Yeah, don't listen, but we have to be. Because when she gets in trouble, who they call, Mama? Any other questions? Come on, y'all know y'all got some. How many y'all ready for school year? Y'all ready for school to start? No, you are good. This your seniors. Y'all ought to be ready for school to start to get it over with. Are you scared? Now you've been 3 years and you got one down. You'll be all right. You ready? You ready? No? Seniors? You ready, son? No. How many of y'all know your CAP advisors? All y'all in high school should know your CAP advisors. You know your CAP advisors. Are they on top of you and you on top of them? Meaning you know how many credits you need to graduate, you know where you're at, you know what you need to take, all of that. Huh? What school you go to? Who? They don't have no CAP advisors? But they have, but who's making sure you stay on track? Oh, and that one counselor responsible for all y'all? That means you run on top of you. So you know at this point, you know how many points you have and what you have to do to get there? Okay, I need you to know. So when school starts, I need you to find out, you need to make sure you have all your credits, what you have to take, all your credits to graduate. And then on top of that, for my seniors, y'all need to be looking at scholarships. People say no money to go to college, baby, there's plenty of money to go to college. They got a scholarship for everything, but our kids are not informed because people don't tell. There's plenty of money out there to go to school. Plenty. You get a scholarship for red hair, a scholarship for having black hair, a scholarship being Indian, have a scholarship for that. They give scholarships for everything. So don't let nobody tell you that you can't. And then some of the schools are just giving them out. Just have a 3.0. Just go to school. Career, jobs, everything. It starts now, y'all. See, after high school goes by quick and it's over. Then guess what? You are an adult. And it's on y'all. So those y'all, you know, 18, mama can put you at 18. She can if she wants to. And most she probably won't, but I'm telling you. So, young ladies, because I know us, we have slick. My mama told me you got to roll. My stepmom said you got to go ahead for one person, one lady. That was, yeah. So guess what? I got my clue. I was in Maryland, and I had one car. I had a job. At the time I had a job, and I didn't want to live in Maryland. I wanted to be my own person. I got in my car and came back in Florida to make it on my own. Because I thought I was wrong. Obstacles. I did well now, but I failed a couple times. Sometimes I'm not listening. I mean, I failed 2 or 3 times, to be honest with you. But because I have to say I was covered, y'all understand? I mean, my parents prayed for me. They believed in God, so they asked God to cover me, to help me, and I believed in God. So when I failed, because I could be in jail right now today. I could just tell you, but the grace of God, because it wasn't something that I did, and it wasn't it was something that protected myself from somebody who meant me no good. Could have been locked up right now.